Hello, Leo. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading for who you may be dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And then for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, the Valley Through 3 Tarot, which is a review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Interesting. I'm going to push this right away, Leo, just to be sure. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's what I was wondering. Yeah. That's what I was wondering. Quite an interesting energy. I'm not too sure exactly what that's about. It has this overall energy of, if I'm just being blunt, why isn't someone or why aren't people paying attention to me more? It's kind of fascinating. It's almost like it's a little bit, how I say this, it's playing games with their ego. They're actually even responding in such a way where they're not too sure exactly what to do or what to think about it. It's kind of like, I'm waiting for people to pay attention to me. I'm waiting for someone to pay attention to me. Why isn't this taking place? And it's almost like this huge emotional letdown for them. But then it's kind of like they kind of, how do I say this? They kind of like reassure themselves of who they are by what they've done, what they've accomplished. And they're just kind of choosing to focus on themselves and what they've done and just kind of take it easy. It's kind of like, well, I guess I kind of, well, whatever. I'm still this, I'm still that, I've still done this, I've still done that. Let me just kind of take it easy. And it's kind of like, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. It's almost like it's like they're expecting so much more from this, and I don't exactly know what's going on. It's like expecting so much more. Like I said, it's playing games with their ego. They don't fully 100% want to make full-on changes or shifts and kind of figure out what they can kind of do. They're kind of like, I'll kind of tinker around. I'll change this. I'll kind of change that. But ultimately, I don't want to make any big decisions. They're kind of like, no, I'm just happy as is. And it's like, are you though? Are you though? I kind of question that because initially before you're just kind of like, I'm not happy with it. And it's like the next minute they're kind of like, well, I'm not going to really do much about it either. Oh, geez. This could be something between the two of you. This could be something about the two of you. Yeah. How fascinating. And it's almost like, and there's the connection between the two of you. It's like, were they waiting to get recognized or seen or noticed by you? And it's like, I don't know what to do now. I don't know. Could be, but I feel like it could be. And that's what's interesting because overall with whatever this is, for some reason they're showing that they're having some type of realization about this connection. But then it goes back to them trying to like contemplate and figure out like, okay, well, it's interesting. They're trying to understand something about it. Okay, maybe Leo's busy. I mean, you do show up, Leo. You do show up, but is it like, they don't know what to think about you, or they don't know what to, I don't know, they don't know what to do about you, or it's a little weird. is going on with that? I feel like they're gaining an understanding. But that's what I find so very fascinating about this. It's like, I feel like it's an ego thing. I really do. I feel like it's an ego thing. It's almost like, how do I say this? It's almost like they're shocked. They're shocked or taken back by this. It's like, one, they don't get enough attention. They don't get enough attention they would like or expect, even. Because it's almost like they're responding in such a way it's like, I'm hurt. And it's like, because what? You're not, someone's not paying enough attention to you? Because from the looks of it, it looks like Leo's not paying attention to you. It's like, I don't know what to say about this, because it takes them so far back to where it's like, this is what I'm talking about. They have and they gain understanding. But even by that own understanding, they're taken back by that as well. And it's like, do you get it? You ask them point blank, like, do you get it? They're like, yeah, I get it. And they're like, And they stop and they have to think about it and reprocess everything. But as they're discovering and seeing things differently, even then they have to take another step back and process that on top of everything else. And it's almost like, now how does that sit with you? And it's like, it's a little bit kind of like this energy of therapy or something, where they're having to kind of like walk themselves like step by step through the process of kind of like understanding something about this. And it's like, okay. And there you are again. So clearly, Leo, they're well aware of you. And that's what's very interesting. They're kind of showing me that there is some sort of like financial recognition coming in for them. And this is fascinating, because whatever this financial recognition is, they're ultimately saying there are problems and there are issues here, but they're not going anywhere. And then all of a sudden it's kind of like, yeah, there may be problems and issues, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not just going to like leave or get up or bounce. And that's what's very fascinating. Is it's like, even with these problems and with these issues, like I said initially, they're not 100% wanting to kind of like, or possibly willing, or maybe even know how to make changes. But they're kind of showing me that they're happy. But then back over here again, it's almost like there's like this self-battle or self-defeating energy or mindset or perspective that they're dealing with within themselves. That it's like they're trying to get a control and gain, confidence about that as well on top of everything. And it's like, okay. Like I said, so on one hand, it's kind of like, well, now you're getting attention, now you're getting something, but there are still problems and issues. And it's kind of like, okay, well then what is the real true problem or issue? Like, what is the core of this? I don't know. But there is that Four of Swords on top of the deck. Maybe some time alone to meditate and think about it and kind of, sit with oneself and become a little bit more aware. I don't know. But of course, if you are dealing with anyone, you could be dealing with an air sign, a water sign, a fire sign, or an earth sign. They're all here. Goodbye.